I'm Mujibur Rahman, inviting you to join the English second paper class of class 9 and 10. My dear students, how are you? I think all of you are well. By the mercy of Allah, I am also fine. My dear students, in the last class, I discussed with you about the transformation of sentence simple to complex part 2. My dear students, I think all of you have enjoyed the class and all of you have learned how to change the sentence from simple to complex. My dear students, today I am going to discuss another topic today. My dear students, already you have seen the choice sentences on whiteboard. All of them is being old, the man cannot walk, and another is the man is old and he cannot walk. My dear students, can you identify the form of the sentences? I think most of you have identified the sentences. The first one is the simple sentence. You already know that if there is only one finite verb and only one subject, then it's called simple sentence. In the first sentence there is only one finite verb, walk, and this is the subject, the man. So this is the simple sentence, and the man is old and he cannot walk. In the second sentence there is twice verb, walk and another. This is the main verb in the second sentence. So there is twice finite verb and twice subject, the man and he. And here is a connector. My dear students, so when a sentence contains twice finite verb or more than one finite verb, it may be twice or thrice, and it also contains more than one subject or a related connecting with a connectors with a coordinating connectors, then it's called compound sentence. My dear students, think about the choice. This is the simple sentence, and according to the definition, according to the description, this is called compound sentence. So this is simple and this is compound. The first sentence is changed into compound sentence. So my dear students, today we will discuss about the changing of sentence from simple to compound. That means now we are in the transformation of sentence. And in this topic today we will discuss about how to change the simple sentence into compound. That means in brief we can say that our today's topic name is simple to compound. My dear students, already we have known that the simple sentence and compound sentence. Simple sentence contain only one finite verb and one subject, but a compound sentence contain more than one finite verb and more than one subject. Can you understand, my dear students? That means in a compound sentence there is more than one coordinate clause connecting with coordinating conjunction. And now we can say that what are the coordinating conjunction? For connecting this kind of sentences, we use this kind of conjunction: and, but, or, nor, either or, neither nor, not only but also, etc. So, my dear students, in the previous some of the previous class we have already discussed about the classification of conjunction or classification of connectors, and at that time I served you the list of the subordinating conjunction and coordinating conjunction. So in the compound sentences we will use the coordinating conjunction to connect the clauses. My dear students, now we will go how to change the sentences. In the previous class, when we transferred the sentences from simple to complex, at that time we saw some sentence which were started with in spite of. So today we also change this kind of sentence into compound. In spite of, begin with in spite of. In spite of his poverty, he is honest. This sentence is simple sentence because here is only one finite verb, each. Now we have to change it into compound sentence. What can it be? At first we have to use subject, he, then we have to use here be verb according to the tense, he is, and then we have to use this noun, and we have to use here adjective, poor. He is poor but he is honest. My dear students, most of you can say that this sentence is not correct. You are absolutely correct, but we have not seen this kind of sentence in anywhere, because I am saying that the structure, when we change the sentences, the structure will be at first subject, then verb, then extension, then and or but, then again subject, then again verb, then extension. My dear students, follow me. According to the structure, this sentence is correct, but this sentence is already correct, but in a compound sentence, if there is a twice clause, here is also twice clause. This is he is poor, this is a clause, and he is honest, this is another clause. Both clauses are independent. The twice independent clauses connected by this connector but. And when twice clause are connected with any connector and or but, at that time, if the subject of those twice is same, then we have not need to use the subject. Understand, my dear students? the first clause subject he, the second clause subject also he. So we need not to use the subject. And again, the verb of the first clause is and the verb of the second clause is. So we also need not to use the verb is. Oh, sorry. So when we write this type of sentences, then we can write that he is poor but honest. It's the correct form. Can you understand, my dear students? Now go to another rule. Beating the boy Joy ran away. This is a simple sentence. Now we have to change it into compound sentence. So at first we have to use Joy beat the boy and he ran away. My dear students, follow these sentences. This is a simple sentence. Here is only on finite verb and this is non-finite verb beating. That means beat is the main verb and ing is adding with beat and it changed into a gerund. My dear students, so at first we have to use subject then verb. Where is the verb? If the simple sentence start with verb plus ing, at the time we have to use here the verb from the gerund. So here this is beat, this is the verb. So we use here beat verb. My dear students, some of you can ask that this is the present form of verb. So why there is not added s? My dear students, the principal clause, the simple sentence is in the past form. So here we have to use the past form of verb. And beat is the present form of verb. Beat is also the past form of verb. So this is the past form of verb. And s or es never added after the first form of verb. So my dear students, Joy beats the boy and again subject. Here its subject was Joy, but here is he, because here we use Joy. And in lieu of Joy, here pronoun is used he, ran away. We can write it. Again, if we think that the Joy and he is the same person, at that time we omit he. So here we can write here Joy beat the boy and ran away. Can you understand, my dear students? So what is the structure of these rules? The first sentences rule and the second sentences rule is the same, but in the first case we use the be verb according to the tense, but here we have used the verb from gerund according to the tense. Then what is the difference between the twice sentence? At the first there was we have used be verb, and here we used verb from the gerund. Can I make you understand, my dear students? You can see another sentence. Closing the door, I sit down to research. Closing the door, I sit down to research. That means here also, according to this sentence, we have to use here subject, then verb from this gerund. Close. I close the door and I. Here is I and here is also I, so we need not to write here I. Sit. My dear students, can I make you understand? Now we can go to another rules. Sometimes we see some sentences and we can't understand that what type of sentence, how we can change it. Dishan having said, we went home. My dear students, follow the sentence. Here this is the finite verb went, and here is a non-finite verb having. When we got having before the past participle form of verb, then we called it perfect participle. This is a past participle form of verb and this is having. So this is perfect participle. And when a sentence contains perfect participle, at that time when we change this type of sentence into compound, then we have to use here past perfect tense. Understand, my dear students? So when we change it into a complex sentence, we have to use their past perfect tense. But here this is past tense, past indefinite. So in this we also use here past tense. My dear students, then what can we have to do? The sun had set. That means past participle and we went home. My dear students, that means if there is perfect participle in a sentence, then at that time we have to use their past perfect tense to change the sentence into compound or complex. Can I make you understand? My dear students, in the meantime you have noticed that sometime we use but and sometime we have used and. So you can ask a question. When we use and when we use but. Can you imagine it? My dear students, the first sentence was the man is poor but honest. If a man poor, then the poor man may be needy, and at the time they cannot keep their character, keep their honest character. So most of the time the poor men are dishonest. But in this sentence the man was honest. So it's the against type of sentence. One of the clause is affirmative meaning and another is negative meaning. So between the twice clause, when if a clause is affirmative and meaning and another is a negative meaning, at that time we use but. But when the both clauses are affirmative meaning, we will use and. Or can you understand, my dear students? I think already you have understood the point, the uses of but and. Thank you. Now go to the another rules. The boy is too little to stand. If you can understand the uses of and but, then you have to use here the connector which is the appropriate and or but. So my dear students, follow. The boy is, after the verb we have to use here adjective little. Now we have to use here connector. What type of connector we use here? And or what? Which is the appropriate for here? So my dear students, follow. The boy is little. We can use here in lieu of to very. The boy is very little. We know that the very little boy can't stand. A boy in 8 months or 9 months or 10 months cannot stand. Ordinary we know. So he cannot stand. So this is the meaning, stand, cannot stand. This is the negative meaning and this is the affirmative meaning. The boy is little. So we have to use here. This is very little and so he is cannot stand. So we have to use here and. Again subject. The subject is same, so we don't use here subject, cannot stand. Can I make you understand? My dear students, again follow. If the boy is not so very little, he could stand. But he is very little, so he cannot stand. This is the reality. And when the reality is similar, we have to use their and. If the boy can stand, though he is little, if he could stand, at the time we used here but. Understand? My dear students. So I think all of you follow another sentence. The boy is too weak to run fast. My dear students, here what we have to do? The boy is very weak and again he cannot run fast. My dear students, can I make you understand? Go another rules. When we change the sentences from simple to compound, we show that by plus gerund and without plus gerund. So by eating balanced food, you will be healthy. My dear students, by eating balanced food, you will be healthy. This is the reality. If you eat balanced food, you will be healthy. If you don't eat balanced food, you won't be healthy. So we have used now why. At first, compound sentences. At first, we have to use the subject first. You eat balanced food and will be healthy. My dear students, follow. There is subject you, but here is not. Because this subject and this subject is same. So, eat balanced food, or another type we can write it eat balanced food, and will be healthy. Both of the changes are correct. You can write you eat balanced food and will be healthy. You can write you eat balanced food and you will be healthy. I think this is more appropriate than it. Okay, my dear students. In this type, another thing we already know that without plus gerund, without moving, you will die. My dear students, what can we do it? According to the by plus gerund, this and that is the same. So we can write here move or die. My dear students, follow. By plus gerund we used and here we use or. Why? This is the affirmative meaning and this is the negative meaning. You will die. Move. or you will die. That means if you don't move, you will die. So in that case, we have to use here or. My dear students, Ronnie works hard to succeed in life. What type of sentence it is? My dear students, we think that this type of sentence we used previous or before some time, but now it is another type of sentence. Here there is to before verb, that means infinitive. If there is infinitive in a sentence, at that time what we have to do? So before infinitive we have to write the sentence. Ronnie works hard, and then we have to use here and. Succeed in life. My dear students, I have discussed many things today. I think all of you watch the video attentively, watch the class attentively. So in the next class I will appear with you with another topic. So I think you will be more attentive in the future. Thank you, my dear students. Thank you all.